Right then, hello, good evening and welcome. My name is Paul. I'm also called Knick-Knack, and I like doing my daily teasers, which I'll link to up here. I occasionally will watch a movie and tell you about it, and I occasionally and quite persistently like watching TV shows. Excuse me. Like I say, I like watching TV shows, and I like telling people what I've seen, what I think of it. Right at the moment, I'm watching Series 3 of Star Trek Discovery, and I've just seen the 4th episode, Forget Me Not, and wanted to tell you about it. Forget Me Not opens with the by now traditional summary of previous episodes, and then shifts to Medical Officer Hugh Culber's Wilson Cruises dictating an update to his medical log, recording how the crew are finding it difficult to connect to the fact they're now in the 32nd century. In particular, Lieutenant Dietmar, played by Emily Coitz, she of the cybernetic eyeball. If you've seen the picture, she's got the big blue eye there and the cybernetic bits, has been left psychologically damaged after the crash when the Discovery arrived in this century. Culber was advised to Commander Saru, Doug Jones. For a start, the crew need time off. The bridge crew need to know their captain values them. There's a good contribution from the good doctor who advises a good formal posh dinner. Get everybody round a table. And he also agrees with Commander Burnham, Sonequa Martin Green, that Adira, Blu Del Barrio, needs to get taken back to the Trill homeworld. She's joined to a host. She has all sorts of health problems as a result, and she also has a serious case of amnesia. It's only when Commander Burnham and Adira get to Trill that they find that A, they've got problems, B, those problems can only be solved at a sacred Trill site called the Caves of Makala, and those caves are somewhere they can't visit without help. Now, what did I make of the episode? I have to make a confession here for a start. I hate the old game of top 10 episodes of whatever series. I really do. I think it's a little derisory to the individual work put into each individual episode. It really is. It's talking the losers down rather than maybe trying to look for a good point about that given episode. Basically, it's a cheap way, that habit of doing a this one's good, that one's bad piles is a cheap way of stirring controversy. It's maybe not doing the episodes justice. Saying that, you could tell there was a but coming. Saying that, I felt more enamoured of the first 2 episodes of Series 3, Bad Hope Is You and Far From Home, than I did with People of Earth and Forget Me Not. Possibly the Adira Tal storylines put me off. I've got too many good memories of Terry Farrell and Nicole de Boer's performances as Dax in Star Trek Deep Space Nine to make me feel capable or totally happy about a new Trill character in the mix. On the upside, Blu Del Barrio, is doing a very competent job so far in the role. I can't fault them. I should add at this point, and this is possibly influencing me here, Blu Del Barrio identifies as non-binary, as they rather than she or he. Which I have to admit, that's always struck me as very odd. I'm possibly showing my age here, possibly going to get into a lot of trouble as well, but I don't think it's something I could identify of. I'm quite happily male, thank you. And I don't know, not knowing anyone like that, I don't know that it's something I'm completely comfortable with. Time will tell. More power to Blu for being how they are and saying so, but it's not something I could do, to be honest. That's not their fault. It's really not. It's just my issue there. But at any rate, they are doing a very good job as Adira Tal. The episode also focuses on Lieutenant Detmer's difficulties since the crash. There's a big scene where she has an incident at the dinner organised by Captain Saru, and it's quite powerful to watch. Her and Paul Stammet, Anthony Rapp, correction, have a huge, great face-off at dinner, and it's quite a powerful, watchable, riveting piece of work from the two actors and from the writers. We also see Dr. Culber, Wilson Cruz, doing his job. He's absolutely done wonderfully well here, I think. The writers have come up with a bit of plotline showing us the Doctor doing one of his medical roles and acting as an informal psychologist for a crew of people stuck on a ship under the most extreme of circumstances. He's acting almost in later chronological serials of Star Trek in next gen terms as the ship's informal counselor. So he's filling a medical niche that we see later on, but he's doing that. The character and the actor are doing very well at it. We see him advising the Captain Saru, we see him dealing with Lieutenant Detmer, and doing very well at it. So more power to him. Personally, yes, I may have took this episode down a little, and that's my own discomfort, I think, in part, rather than a flaw with the episode. But again, even at a low point, it's still a fantastically good episode. It's given background members of the crew something to do, it's advanced the story a little, and it's solved a problem for one of the newer crew members. Frankly, it's still a good episode, it's still a good series. I'm going to be back next Saturday, and I'm going to be watching another episode. I'll see you on the next Sunday, and I'll let you know what I've thought. Thank you for watching, have a good day, take care, enjoy your evening. Just as a final thought, I mentioned in the main section about how the whole non-binary thing had affected my judgment about the episode. It made me feel a little uncomfortable. That, I think, and it has to be said, that is not a bad thing. I think Star Trek at its finest can make you think. It can be a challenge, it can get you looking at something new. In fact, that's the role of any good piece of fantasy or science fiction. Terry Pratchett says the same thing about the works of the Discworld. If it gets you looking at the world in a new way, that's a good thing. I will congratulate Star Trek, or the makers of Star Trek Discovery, and Blu Del Barrio as an actor, and I will congratulate the cast and crew for doing exactly that. Yes, it's made me feel uncomfortable, but Star Trek at its best is supposed to. It's supposed to get you looking at you and thinking about it. And it does it very well. In that sense, this episode is fantastic. It's got me looking at something I might feel uncomfortable about, and at least trying to get me to think about it. All hail Far From Home, all fail people of Earth, and all hail Forget-Me-Not. Take care now, folks.